Hello everyone, welcome back to BeamNG Drive and Automation. My name is Tim, and today we're going to be building a budget track car, basically. Yeah, that's what we're going to be building. My goal for this vehicle is to make it, well, a car that can be easily afforded for. It's super small and stuff like that. Basically, a tiny little vehicle. Now, right now I'm just looking through my other vehicles, and yeah, I'm going to select one right now. Here we go. We're going to start off with this body, which is a 1960s body. And now we're going to make it, I think, aluminum. We're going to give a monocoque. We're going to make that carbon fiber. Front longitudinal. And you know what? Of course, we're going to use double wishbone. Okay, yeah, actually, no. Now that I think about it, push rod would probably be better. Plus 15. Now we're going to choose an engine over here, and okay, let's see, and okay, yeah, oh my, yep, that's the one we're choosing. It's going to be pretty good and all, but yeah, we're going to do longitudinal not front wheel drive. We're actually going to do all wheel drive, because why not? Let's give it an, let's see, I think a manual would be good. Yes, a very good option. Okay, we gotta make its top speed a little higher. Electric LSD, because actually no, now that I think about it, I think a manual one would be better. We're gonna do a 38-62 ratio, radial tires. I think hard long life would be, now that I think about it, I'm just thinking, what is it? What should I do? Yeah, hard long life. We'll make the rear tires pretty wide and all that. And we'll make everything pretty cool in this. Make the front tires a little skinnier so this thing has a chance. Okay, let's see. Now, there are a lot of different things we can do right now. We're making the tires a little wider, which is good. And now, okay, I think that's good and all, but what are we going to do next? Let's see. Okay, so far it's looking pretty good already. I think that making the tires slightly smaller is better. Okay, let's see. And we're going to make them I'm thinking, okay, I think, wait a minute. Yeah, let's make them steel. Now we're going to use carbon ceramics in the front, 3-piston, let's try that at least, because this car is going to be very lightweight, so it's not going to need much braking power to stop. We're going to give it a little, we're just going to keep it standard amount of force, make the pads more racing focused, and I'll try drum brakes in the back. It's a little bit curious, but okay. Let's see, yeah, I'd rather have carbon ceramic, or vented. Okay, no, solid looks terrible. Vented looks okay. Yeah, I'm probably going to go with vented or something like that. Maybe drum, I'm not sure. Now we're going to use a race diffuser, cooling flaps, yes. Now we're going to be increasing cooling airflow, brake airflow, all the way up to 15, and I think we should lower the cooling airflow to increase aerodynamics and overall increase fuel economy. We're going to give this thing a bench seat, which will make it extra cool, and, well, actually no, now that I think about it, yep, a bench seat. Handmade, actually no, sport interior, standard HUD. Now we need, let's see, which one is best? I think that, let's see, electric variable or electric, either one of the two would work. Maybe even hydraulic, I'm not sure, I'm just figuring out what the benefits. Okay, we'll use hydraulic ball. We'll use ESC plus LC, quality up. Yeah, we'll make the car optimized to be lighter. We'll, we'll increase safety. Now, we're going to do something that no human would ever expect. We're going to go back in time to the 90s and choose basic safety. So I'm going to speed up this section a little more than usual because I'm just spending a lot of time figuring out what the best suspension for this vehicle would be, because I am not good at tuning suspensions in this game at all. I'm good at making engines, and I feel like I'm okay at making the actual cars, but not suspensions. Suspensions are my biggest weak suit, and According to this chart, our car looks pretty sellable. The stats right here show car is almost 1,600 pounds, it's a little less. A 51 to 49 weight ratio, which is okay. It gets 26% efficiency, which is nice. Yeah, we'll just modify the suspension a little more. Just doing a slight bit of modification to make sure it doesn't bottom out at top speed, because that is not good at all. But you know what, this part's boring, and I think that we should skip to the actual designing of the car. We'll start off the modification process by making the car look a little more like the older Corvettes by basically giving it more of a pronounced shark nose. We have to pick a cool color. I'm thinking of like something yellowish orange. Let's see. Yes, this right here is what I'm going to choose. Now for the roof, how are we going to change the roof? Okay, let's see. We have so many different options for the roof. I'm not sure if I want carbon fiber. No, it looks like a mullet. No, yeah, okay, that. No, that looks weird. Okay, that looks good, but wait a minute. Okay, I don't want this thing to be huge. I want this thing to be relatively small, because this is supposed to be a small sports car, and yeah, it's looking pretty good, and especially that 808cc engine in there. We had the exhaust. Yeah, I'm thinking of like a center exhaust with like a rear diffuser of some kind. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Yeah, we gotta make sure this diffuser has no plastic on it, because none of my cars are allowed to even have plastic, as I think plastic is a sin in this game. Okay, let's see, we need taillights. Oh, yeah, these kind of have like a retro feeling, and considering this car is like old-fashioned styled, like it's a retro style, kind of like one of the older Nissan Zs, or one of the older Corvettes, I think it's pretty cool. These headlights right here give it kind of like an older style to it as well, to kind of complement it. We'll put it right below the nose tip, and yeah, we'll modify the lights so they actually look cool instead of looking like they're garbage. Like, my idea for the lights is for them to look like they're LEDs. Actually, no, it's to look like they're older lights, but to actually have like LEDs behind them in order to make them like more functional and all that. Now, for the grille, okay, we're gonna have to figure out the grille after these headlights, and I was thinking of like a BMW Z8 type grille, but then I realized, nah, that looks too much like a BMW Z8, so I decided, you know what, just one big grille. Yeah, it glitched out for that one, but I think this one upside down looks good. It looks like a very, very slight happy face. If you look at it at just the right angle, it looks like it's smiling slightly, and we're obviously going to need a hood scoop for this vehicle to cool the 808cc inline 3. Yeah, it definitely needs some cooling, because first off, this engine makes 339 horsepower, which is insane for something that small, and even if it's turbocharged, it's insane. So for this vehicle, we're going to add a license plate. We're going to, yeah, when we move it, we're going to make the lights a little smaller. We're going to add suicide doors, of course. Let's modify it to look good and according to the theme of black and yellow. Okay, that hood vent does not look good. That looks too aggressive. That, I think, you know what? That actually looks kind of cool. It just needs to be, like, adjusted, and now I think it looks better. Okay, for the back, I was thinking about putting a tow hitch there, but I decided not to. Okay, this thing needs a sunroof, because I think it looks cool, and I have not made much sunroofs. Okay, there's not going to be one on the hood. There's no window to view the engine, basically. That's the whole entire thing I was planning on doing, but I decided against it. Okay, and I think the hood vent looks pretty good. Now let's add some mirrors that are, well, pretty modern looking. We'll make them, of course, out of the no clear coat carbon fiber, which I really like for some reason. Okay, this is cool, but that little thing at the front, that little panel needs to be changed. Carbon fiber wheels, I think that's actually pretty cool. I think we're going to do a 6-spoke JDM type design, and let's see, is there anything for the rear? Okay, these right here can be used as like exit ports for air and stuff like that. Yeah, a third brake light is nice and all. Okay, let's see, is there anything else? Nah, that black roof looks like a toupee. I don't like it. So yeah, so far, we're also going to need some side vents, because what is a car designed by me without side vents? I'm thinking about it. Yeah, four. Four of them look really good. It's kind of like one of the older Corvettes, and I really like it. Yeah, we're obviously going to put a little wing back here in order to produce some downforce, because if this is going to be a track car, it needs some downforce. Okay, I like this wing. Yeah, we'll make it the black unpolished carbon fiber. Okay, we'll put these little tiny arrow pieces right here in order to produce some downforce. Yeah, we'll put them a little farther apart. You know what? Now that I think about it, the license plate needs to be a little different because I don't like the California license plate. I'd rather have the European one. Fuel tank on both sides, and now we're ready to drive it in BeamNG Drive. Now, in BeamNG Drive, paint isn't perfect, and the lights, they're cool. Now, we're just listening to the engine rev. It's not the best sounding engine, but that's because it's a 3-cylinder. We can't have the best things, and you know what? Sometimes we just can't have nice things. A 3-cylinder is all we get for this. I might make a version with a V8 maybe even a V10 or V12, I'm not sure. Now let's drive it across the land to see how fast it goes. Okay, it feels pretty fast, but turning is a little tight and rough and kind of not at all, like, sporty. Kind of like steering a garbage truck, kind of. I would even go as far to say that this vehicle might actually have a little too much grip in the front wheels, which makes steering harder than it should be. In fact, I would even say that we have the completely wrong steering system. But yeah, just driving this car around doesn't feel bad. It's the steering that doesn't feel that good. So I should have definitely used one of the higher end electric systems rather than a hydraulic ball. That was my mistake. So yeah, I'm gonna modify it at some point. You know what? Now that I think about it, let's take a look in the interior, which, yeah, I built myself. It doesn't have the bench seat, unfortunately, but it does have a manual transmission, window switches, a radio, a steering wheel, speedometer that's blocked by the steering wheel, but you know what? That's okay. Now, currently, we are going 166 miles per hour in gear 7. Pretty cool. Let's slow down and let's try to drift, and yeah, that did not entirely work that well. You know what? After driving around for a bit, I think that, you know what, we should take it for a race, because racing this thing would be the best thing ever. Also, if we race it, I'm gonna modify it to have the better steering. Now, if you look right here, you'll see a blue car with a yellow one hiding behind it. That blue car, that's supposed to be an economy car, like a subcompact. That should give you an idea just how small my new yellow car is. It has the improved steering system, and I'm going to take it around the track. It's only been a few seconds, but it feels better to drive. Like, it feels like it has better mobility and isn't as stiff and rusty feeling as the previous one. Here we are, the race is about to start, and you know what? I'll get the engine fully revved up, kind of like a wind-up toy, and let's go. So we're beating this Lada-looking vehicle, but we're behind this Dodge Charger knockoff, which, you know what, I'm just not even going to try and beat them, because it would take a lot more power in order to beat them, and it would require going a lot faster than what I'm doing in order to beat them. In, like, almost any other car I've made, I could beat them in this race, but not the 3-cylinder economy track car. So, for the moment right now, I'm gonna just go the rest of the race without talking so you guys can just watch it and enjoy it, because I think just watching the race without commentary might actually be more enjoyable, because, yeah, we're going around these bends pretty well. That new electric steering is definitely doing better than the hydraulic ball steering, and, well, I'll talk to you guys in a few moments after the final lap, which is going to be the next one. Anyway, I'll stop talking and just let you guys enjoy the race. So yeah, unfortunately I did not win the race, but you know what? I still think I did pretty good with doing this, because you know why? This vehicle's pretty fast, and I think I did pretty good for something with only 3 cylinders. Even if it's turbocharged, it still feels like it's slow, kind of. It feels like a slower car that you can drive more recklessly, kind of. And you know what? I'm just gonna drive it into a wall, because why not? Let's crash, and anyway, that's all. Bye.